What's going on, guys? Today I want to show you a little bit more about this bike I just bought. The Trek Roscoe. I got it in this color scheme. I liked it a lot. It was online, 3 different options, and this is the one that I chose. So you may be thinking, what exactly makes a bike a hardtail? So a hardtail mountain bike has these 2 bars that are straight, and a full suspension will have a shock here and the shock in the front. So this is a hardtail, so it only has the shock in the front. It's fast, fun, and a hardtail. I couldn't be more happy with it. Another thing with these new mountain bikes are they don't have any gears on the front. It's only one single gear, and then on the back here, that's when you have all of the different variations and the different speeds. For me, if it had just one more gear, that would be perfect. And on this side, we have the Shimano disc brakes, one on the front, one on the back, and they are unfortunately the same size on both front and back wheels, which is a little bit of a bummer because the front ones are typically larger for a little bit better stopping power. Plus, these are on 29-inch wheels, so sometimes going down very steep hills or you're having a corner and it's going to be steep, it can be kind of a pain. So if you need full stopping power on this bike, perhaps purchasing the next model up would be beneficial. And up front here, we have these very, very large handlebars. They're extremely wide, so if you got a smaller car, that might be an issue for you. You'd have to get the rack, but these are very, very good for control. Plus you have the full controls here on the handle. This is for the seat, front brake, back brake, and then you have the shifter here for the, to get the brand in there, for the cassette. I'm gonna see if I can do this one-handed. Let's go. Nope, couldn't do it one-handed. But this is a really beautiful place to ride. Looks like they're gonna be redoing this trail just a little bit. They took a backhoe or something through it, and just a really beautiful place to, you have the mountains over here, really good place to explore. And the cool thing about Trek, when I bought this, they said I get 2 free services. So they go in, they check it to make sure everything is still working on it, and they go through the tires and any adjustments that they may need, the brakes, and just make sure that it's all completely functioning. They look through the frame to see if there was any cracks or anything like that. These aluminum frames are apparently extremely strong. You don't have to really worry about that at all on these. Plus, there is a very good warranty for frames. It's a lifetime. And down here we have the rock shocks. These are pretty good. You do notice that the adjustment on these are very apparent. Like, you make it one click and you'll notice that immediately. It changes positions and the hardness and softness immediately. The Fox shocks, I suppose, have a little bit more adjustment. I'm not too entirely sure. That's not really something I'm too used to. And on this side, we have the air fill up, which I've had this bike for a few months and I have not needed to put any air in this. So happy with this mountain bike so far. It's been treating me very well as a hardtail. It looks great, gets attention, rides well. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. The tubeless tires, this is my first tubeless tires I've ever had in my life, and they get, whenever you get weeds in them, you just pull the weed out and it's got that sealant and then it just seals itself. It's pretty awesome. So that concludes my review of this Trek Roscoe. I hope that it's inspired you to either purchase this one or a different model. Perhaps you want the one with the Fox shocks and the bigger caliper brakes. If that's for you, then I would recommend it. The tires are very cool since they're tubeless. You only need about 40 PSI in them. And so just a great bike.